I'm dreaming of the road again, set free in the wind.
You're doing a great job, honey. So tonight I'm doing apple butter, no, it's not apple, it's applewood smoked pork loin. I'm gonna do 2 of those just because my husband's probably gonna pick up tomorrow at work. So I want to be able to make sure that he has something so I don't have to worry about like cooking in the morning, because I have a few errands I need to do in the morning early before I pick up the kiddos. I'm going to put some peppers with this, and then I think I'm also going to do a few other sides. I'm going to try to do it all in like a 1 pan meal, but I don't know if I will because I'm doing 2 of them, but we're going to give it a whirl. But I can't really film a whole lot when I'm in his garage. One being he's always playing music, so I would most definitely get copyrighted in there. Hey, jam out, get in the zone, whatnot. So let's cook. It's 5:30. He has to go in tonight. So yeah. Also, the house is like really clean right now because we had an appraiser come, and it's crazy. I did declutter some more today, and like that was chef kiss. I'm just on a decluttering rage, and we've kind of been decluttering for almost like 2 years now. We kind of like started right before we listed our house, and we kind of were thinking about moving, so it's been about like 2 years. We decluttered more when we were like about to list a house because we wanted to like clean up the place. So it's definitely come a long way. I've been decluttering the boys' toys and their clothing that they can't even fit anymore. So I just need to work on like more of like the house and organized stuff because we've lost like some closet space. But I'm actually going to be turning in an application tomorrow, and hopefully that can go somewhere. So I think I'm gonna do broccoli. I don't know if I said that. Broccoli, peppers. I feel like I need to do something else, but I'm just not sure yet. But I found a big enough pan that I could use to fit it all. We have a bigger stove at this house than we did our last. Our last house had the stove that was like in the wall type of thing from like 1960s. So this is definitely an upgrade, and I'm so thankful for it. Which our first house, we had a stove like this. When I do a grocery shopping thing, I normally try to think of like a family of 6 instead of a family of 4, just because I normally kind of have to get double portions, especially for dinner. Just because we normally use like the leftover for my husband's lunch for the next, you know, shift that he has. Which for breakfast, it's hit and miss. Sometimes I just do like oatmeal, or sometimes I give him like extra of breakfast that we had. But I normally do like a family of 6 because we pack my husband's lunch, because it's a lot more expensive to buy at his work than, you know. Already waiting because she knows I'm cooking, and normally she gets stuff in her bowl like dinner time. So now she's whining because she's begging, and I don't do beggars, to be quite frank. Also, I started to harvest some of these seeds. Let me show you. These have already been dried out and whatnot, so I'm trying to save them for the next season, next year. And hopefully they'll grow. I don't know if they will. Then I'm gonna use this seasoning, and I normally like put this on the broccoli before I put peppers on there, but I didn't, so I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle in some areas that isn't really a lot. And I also put butter on there. I normally use my own butter that I make instead of store-bought, but we ran out of that and I needed butter the other day, so we had to get store-bought, and I'm not taking the ingredients. But it is what it is, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of this, and then also some What else am I gonna add? Just a little bit of onion powder. You could technically just use some onion, like actual onion, and cut it up and add it for it so that it just gets with all the juices and whatnot, but I just normally do it for like the sides. And normally if I do like a one pan sheet like this, the boys will sometimes eat it and sometimes they won't, so I have to make something else. But typically if I separate everything, because like typically we eat it in a bowl, but if I separate it on their plates, like the peppers and whatever size I put with the pork, then sometimes they'll actually eat it. But they're not here tonight, so I don't really have to think about trying to do that. But this here says, I'm following the instructions on the back of that, to let's see, heat oven up to 375, remove pork from packaging, blah, 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 blah. Roast 30 to 35 minutes per pound. So this might take an hour. I need to straighten up, and then I'm going to try to unload the dishwasher and load it, even though there's not a lot of dishes because we ate B-dubs last night. But I don't want to get behind, and then it just, you know, gets out of hand. Also, if you didn't already know this, but if you get this type of pasta sauce, this is the jar that you get. It's the Atlas Mason jar, and it goes up to 16 ounces. I need to get this stuff off. But I typically save our pasta jars, or like any type of, the jam jars, like any type of jars. I try to save them just because they're glass and reusable. Put strawberries in them, you just put whatever in them. Maybe eventually reuse them for canning one day, I don't know. But I try to make my own spaghetti sauce with like tomato paste and sauce and then seasoning. I'm trying to get better at making like some things homemade, but they didn't have like the tomato sauce, like they didn't have that stuff. So, and Kroger was having like a 3 for something deal on these, so I got 3 of them. And when I took the stuff off, I realized there was like a legit like mason jar, and I was like, stop. So if you didn't know this and you want to just get your own pasta sauce and whatnot, go for it, because you can kind of get a cool jar out of it. So I have this little cup filled of just like scraps. I'm gonna go give it to the ladies, and then I'm gonna see if my husband's close to a stopping point. There's 24 minutes until this is supposed to be done, so maybe we can take a little quick trip around the 4-wheeler. If not, I might still go just to get Lucy a chance to run around. Also, this is our new cat, Gray. The oldest named him. So, we're running with it. Lucianne, come a long way. Before, he wouldn't even come up on the porch or even like come around Lucy. And Lucy's just always wanting to play. She plays with Smokey, so. I'm going to give the little gals, the little ladies, their little scraps. Come on, Luce. Hi, Boombox. You're always wanting to come out. Excuse me. Oh my word, I don't want to step on it. Look at her. Still don't have a name for these two, and they're still really skittish to me, but I'm trying to get them accustomed to it. They're doing better. Big old yapper in the background. Can't hear the chicken life. I'm literally always stealing my husband's jackets or coats, but I just love the oversized type of feel, you know? And typically I wear his boots like in the morning. Like if I go out to let the chickens out and stuff, I normally just slip them on and call it a day. But this is the fit that we're wearing. We're gonna go in the 4-wheeler, and then hopefully when we come back, dinner will be done. So. And there's Gray, or Smokey, I'm so sorry. This is the grumpy old man. This is the really nice one. He's grumpy. I get it. He doesn't like kids. That's why he's outside. And he's a male. That's why he's outside. He's not fixed. He's fixed. Sugar mama.
You gotta give me a kiss to get on.
Okay. Oh, what's that? I'm not. Hold on, I'm not on yet.
Finally starting to drop their leaves.
Unnoticed.
Hickory trees last.
Okay, so I'm gonna get dinner out real quick because we're gonna go back up, feed the deer, and I also feel like it's gonna be a beautiful sunset because the clouds are so wispy. This is looks so yummy. Look at this. Wow. The color is kind of off, but that looks so good. There, I kind of changed the light setting, but that looks so yummy. I need to test the temperature to see if it's actually done.
That's what.
Oh, that's so gorgeous. Feeding the deer. How many more bags of those do you have left?
We got to fatten up our dinner.
Fatten up our dinner. Love that.
Oh, you know what we need to do?
What?
Get a bag full of leaves, put my hunting clothes in.
You said there's a turtle sleeping in the bucket? OMG, stop. There really is a turtle in the bucket.
See his feet?
What if that's his little house?
Obviously it is.
Aww.
I'll leave you be, bud. You can have your little bucket house.
Little bucket house. That's so crazy. Cute. I don't know. Hello?
I was sitting here, I was like, huh?
Hold on, let me see. It's a donkey. Oh, why is there a donkey on her? Stop it.
What the frig?
All the endless hours and the sacrifice and the pity will have been worth it.
See, this is what concerns me, Nick. You're a punctual god. You know the importance of being here right at 6 a.m., which is what leads me to think that there must be something wrong with the internal clock on our security system.
I'm taking the leftover and putting it away. Okay, so the hubs just left for work, but I'm going to eat the rest of these and finishing editing, and then I'm gonna head to bed. So I just want to say thanks for coming along with us for our little evening in our life as a little married couple. See you in the next one. Bye, guys.